to be making pain au chocolat. It's a real French favourite, and quite often it's eaten in the mornings for breakfast, along with hot chocolate or coffee or whatever. These freeze beautifully as well. So let's get started. In the bowl here I have my flour, bread flour, and a teaspoon of salt. I'm using my mixer. You can do this by hand, but I just prefer to use my mixer. In this bowl here I have sugar, and it's 50 grams I think, but I've taken 2 teaspoons out and put in with my water and my yeast, and I've left that to stand until it's gone frothy. So in goes the sugar. Start this up, and then I'm going to pour my yeast in and mix this until it comes together as a dough. This has basically come together now. So what I'm going to do is carry on kneading this for 7 minutes. If you're doing this by hand, you will need to knead it for 8 minutes. Try not to use extra flour if you can. I'll see you when this is all mixed. So I've kneaded my dough, and as you can see, it's quite a sticky dough. That's what we need at the moment. All I'm going to do now is transfer this into an oiled bowl, and I'm going to leave this to double in the size. I'll see you when that's done. My dough has doubled in size and it looks beautiful. So we've laminated dough before, and this is not going to be any different. We need to laminate this dough so that we get some really nice layers going on. So, get my dough out of my bowl and just quickly knock it back. What I'm going to do then is cut this into 10 equal pieces. Once you've done that, just make them into little balls. Just do that as good as you can, just because they're going to be easier to manage in a moment. Right, I'm going to start off with this one. I've got over here, I need my flour, so I'll put that over here. I've got my rolling pins, I've got some plastic, and all I've done is cut 2 bags up, sandwich bags, and crossed them because we're going to have to wrap this in a little while. So here we go. All I'm going to do is roll this out. I'm going to use my smaller roller for this, to be better. And I'm going to make them about a 6 centimetre, 7 centimetre circle, no more than that really, it's not necessary. There we go, I've got 6 on my board. As long as we do them all the same, it will be fine. I'm going to take a piece of butter and dab it about. And then we're going to just make sure that we spread this. Now we've done this, I've done this before on my croissant recipe. You can use traditional methods for laminating, but actually this is quick and very, very easy to do. Don't worry about the shape too much because you can pull it about once you've got it onto your plastic. So there we go. Just make sure it's completely covered with your butter. I'll put the measurements up for how much butter you need. And all I've done is divided that into 10 squares. So it's easy to manage. Now that is going straight onto my paper. There we go, just pull it round a little bit. Then we do the next one. I would keep it floured underneath because we don't want it to stick. So just flatten it down. There we go. And we're going to make this around the same size as the last one. It's not far out now. There we go. And then take our butter, dab it about and put it on the dough. Once you've done that, we're just going to lay it on top of the one over there. But what we'll do is we'll make sure that we pull this bit round so that it fits the one we've got there. I like using my hands for doing this because you need the butter soft and your hands help that along. So I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to place it on top of the other one, making sure that I follow the shape of that. You can pull it about a bit. There you go. So you do just carry on doing this for the 10 layers. Obviously you don't put butter on the top side of the last piece. I'll see you when I've put this together. And here's my last piece, just about to go on. There we go. Just make sure that you've got a nice stack going on there that fits itself. So wipe this off a bit. Because as usual I've made an awful lot of mess here. Right, I'm going to slide my paper across so you can see. And there we go, I've got a nice stack of dough going on there. Now all I need to do is wrap this, which is very easy to do with my bags because I can't do cling film very well. So once I've got this wrapped up, I'm going to put this in the freezer for 30 minutes, no more than that. That will just solidify this butter for me, and it'll be much better to roll out. So I'll see you in 30 minutes. So my dough has rested. I'm just going to very lightly put flour on my worktop and I'm going to take my dough out. All that's done is chillied everything down for me, which is what we need for this. I've got 2 pans ready over here for placing my pan of chocolate on. I've got something to cut with. In fact, I have 2 things to cut with just in case. And I also have these beautiful batonettes of chocolate. They're absolutely wonderful. I'll buy these at my local Zero Dishep shop. That means they don't do any packaging at all. You just take what you want in. I buy my flour and I just take my box, they fill it up for me, and that's wonderful. Okay, so what we're going to do now is roll this really quite big, and I want to make 3 downwards and 1, 2, 3, 4 across. So I need it about 22 inches by, let's have a look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 22 inches by 30 inches, or the other way round, whichever way you roll it. So I've just put a little bit of flour on the top of here, and I'm going to just push my dough down to try and keep it in a big oblong shape. Move it round because I don't want it to stick. Here we go. Pull it back on again. Can you see those beautiful layers there? I'm just trying to shape this into a sort of oblong. There we go. Right, sprinkle a bit of flour because there is butter around the edges. So here we go. Let's get this rolled out. Look, nearly there. It's come out. I'm going to change to my smaller rolling pin because it's longer. And this will help. Right, we're looking good here. Remember, we want to get 12 out of here. Oh, nice. Okay, I'm just going to check with my battenets because I want to get 3 down maybe, and there'd be 3 across. 4 across, oops, 4 across. There we go, there we go. Just using these to measure it. Now you don't have to use these battenets. What you can do is get yourself chocolate and just cut it in sections. So here we go. That looks about there. We're going to cut this now into 12 pieces, she said. This doesn't always work out, as you know. This is really big, this one. There we go. So we now have our 12 pieces of dough. I'm going to move some out of the way, and I don't need the batons. Okay, here we go. So I want a baton here and a baton here. And then all I'm going to do is pull that one to there. And then this one's going to come all the way across. There we go. I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to place it onto my sheet. I'll do one more. So 2 pieces of chocolate. I want one here and one here. Across to the first one. And then this one comes all the way across, if she can pick it up. There we go. So we continue like this until we've done all of our 12 pieces. Then I'm going to cover them with oiled paper and I'm going to leave them to double in size. I'll see you when that's done. We're here on my pan au chocolat and they've puffed up lovely. So all I need to do now is to give them a nice egg wash. They've puffed up quite nicely. I've got some really rather weird shapes and sizes here, to be honest. I'm going to give them a nice little egg wash and then I'm going to cook these in a preheated oven at 200 degrees. I'll put the other temperatures on, put the other temperatures up in a moment, and then we're going to cook these for 20 minutes on the 200. So I will see you when they're cooked and we'll do a taste test. Well, look at my beautiful pan au chocolat. Now I've done them, obviously. I've got some really nice shapes. This one's beautiful. This one here. Some of them are a little bit odd, but I didn't take as much time over them as I should really. But they look absolutely scrumptious. Some of these I will freeze, and then what I'll do is get them out of the freezer as I want them. I'll pop them in my oven and I'll just cook them through again and make them more crunchy on top, and they will be absolutely delicious. These are still really hot from the oven, so I didn't really want to cut it, but I will. Oh, I'm not very good at cutting. I would usually get my husband to do this, but it's football day today, so he's watching football, so I'm not going to interfere with him at all. There's our chocolate through the middle, and they look so light. are fluffy. They're gorgeous. Look at them. Mmm. Oh, the layers are all there. Look at those layers going through there. Aren't they wonderful? Mmm. So buttery and gorgeous. And look, all these crumbs. Absolutely delicious. How easy was it to do that? I think that's absolutely brilliant. Didn't cost much to do. Just cost me for the chocolate. Really, everything else I have in my store cupboard. Now, if you liked what you saw, please like, share and subscribe to see me making more delicious food. If you have any suggestions about what you'd like to see me cook, just put them in the comments down there. Thank you for watching.